Good evening. So we end the day with probably one of the most pleasurable experience we're going to have for the next 1 hour or so. It's my great pleasure to introduce somebody who doesn't need introduction, particularly because all of us who were born, let's say before 82, I think most of you are. So before that, I don't think anybody needs. I think we have one little person here. Okay? So he is the only one. Probably you need some introduction, right? Or you don't? No. Okay. So we are extremely honored to have one person here with us who grew up in a very, very orthodox family. I'm written, so I don't want to say that it says Tambram. Okay, but it's on my system, but it says, but probably the most unorthodox player. Okay, a person, and I think it also says that who is probably the T20 player who has never played T20.
Yeah. Okay? It's a fact.
Because everything happened before the T20 started.
Yeah.
Okay. We grew up as somebody, like our time, looking after somebody like who plays, and we dreamt like, oh, I should also play like what Srikanth does. Okay. So here is we have Krishnamachari, Mr. Krishnamachari Srikanth, K. Srikanth, Chris Srikanth, and you have the nickname also somewhere, I forget what is it.
Cheeka.
Cheeka. Okay. So hope you don't mind. It's a lot of interest learning for me, and I find I have also a lot of similarity with Mr. Srikanth. Okay, particularly, he's also electrical engineer. I am also an electrical engineer. Secondly, I consider like I played, like when I look at his statistics in the cricket, okay, so I'll come to that, like his score, okay. So he has everything, whatever you have. For me, you have to put 0 there, like how many tests I played, 0. How many the other things, 0, right? So other than that, without going into all this fun part, let me tell you that he served as the chairman of the BCCI selection committee that picked the 2011 World Cup winning Indian cricket team.
Yes.
But if I say that, I have to say that before that also, he also played the one where he was the highest run getter.
Yes.
Right? And this is something probably gave us a lot of aspiration in our life that we could be the world champion at some point. He received the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award from the Board of Control of Cricket in India for the year 2019. So that's the last year. He was the brand ambassador for the Chennai Super Kings during the inception of IPL cricket tournament, and subsequently also served as the mentor of the Sunrisers Hyderabad IPL team. He has been also a motivational speaker. He has given a lot of talks on different, popular talks in Nokia India, Bayer India, several of them. So I'll skip to that. But what I'll tell you is some of these astounding numbers, okay, that he has. He played 43 test matches, scoring 2,062 runs and 146 ODIs, scoring 4,091 runs. This all between 1981 and 1992. And it says that under him, we also had a future master who made his debut under his, when he was the captain of India. So that's Sachin Tendulkar. Okay. So I think you don't want to hear to me. Okay. So let's, without much ado, I request Mr. Srikanth to take up this. Okay.
Good evening, friends. I think thanks a lot, if I'm right, Subhashish Chaudhary, right?
Yes, thank you.
And from IIT Bombay. And ladies and gentlemen, and I think I find it very funny, usually I'm used to addressing about 400, 500 people. But most importantly, I think I'd like to congratulate a person called Neela Natarajan here. I don't understand who this lady is, what this lady was. I met her for the first time in my life only today. And I've spoken to only probably a couple of occasions in the previous past. But how she got me to this function, I really don't know. It was only through WhatsApps, and I really don't know how it all happened, because I have somehow beautifully avoided all the IIT functions so far. Especially IIT Madras. I saw ladies from IIT Madras. So many times they kept on calling me for all these functions, for these talks and everything. And I don't know, I've not just avoided, it's just that somehow I managed to leave the ball alone in those IT things.
Let it go.
But anyway, it's nice to be here, I should say, among too many intellectuals, I would say. I think because for us, IIT is IIT. I mean, it used to be a big competition in Madras, especially when you studied nowadays, when you do engineering and there's a thing. I studied on the other side of the road, which is College of Engineering, Gindi, and IIT was the other side. And so, obviously, the best lot went to the IIT, the second best lot went to the College of Engineering, Gindi. And you said electrical engineering, the worst subject on earth you can ever see. I don't understand how. Thank God, I don't know how I got 75. I think I passed out with about 72% average in electrical overall engineering itself. Sometimes I wonder how I got through engineering with 72% average. So I realized that, frankly speaking, engineering also is a methodology of how to get runs. It's just a question of how to get knack of getting marks, nothing else. Just 10 years of question papers, I think you can do wonders. That's what I think we can do in engineering. The rest you leave it to choice. I don't know about IIT, so I don't want to compare that with IITs. But obviously IIT is IIT. And Neela was wanted me to give a talk on leadership, and today I met everybody. I mean, I don't know the sir. Sir, Kalai Chelvam. Kaliyappan. About too many names I met. Sorry. Kaliyappan, Kiran Shesh, and quite a few people, and his family. At least I can remember his son's name, Surya, for sure, because his name is also, my son's name was Aditya. Okay. So I know it's Lord Surya Bhagavan, because I believe a lot in the sun's energy. And so, dear friends, I think it's all about leadership is a huge ocean. Let me put it that way. I mean, I think we can want to talk on leadership. Leadership, we could go on and on and on. So mine is, as you said rightly, unorthodox way of leadership. My approach towards life itself has been unorthodox. And I still believe that it has to be, that's when you say, when the word I use unorthodox is what today, what we call as innovation, nothing else.
Yes.
Or we call the word transformation. So all these are jargons that are used in modern day language, which is once upon a time already there. It existed in all of us. It's just that we never had these jargons. Innovation, transformation, technology, and all those things. But where does it all originate from? That's one thing you all have to understand. As all of you are technical people, what does science say? Science says only one thing. Energy can either be destroyed, not created. Can be transferred or transmitted. And I say this a million times, I've said this so many times, and there's a big WhatsApp message going in Jayat TV interview of mine in Tamil talking about the solar energy. Everybody used to ask me a question, you look at the sun every ball, why did you? Well, I believe that solar energy, everybody thinks was invented. How many years back, Mr. Chaudhary, solar energy was invented?
You mean the conversion part of it?
Whatever it is, you call solar energy, right?
50 years
50 years. Anybody else?
More than that.
Ikmi cooker, there was one cooker was about 100 years old.
Okay, 150 years?
Yeah.
That's all. So that's what you people technocrats know. That's what I'm trying to say. You're all channelized to few things. Don't mistake me. I'm not here to criticize anybody. I just want you to all open out your mind so that you can pass on that to the students. The whole idea why you all are sitting here to listen to a fool like me is how to create excellent students who will be achievers in life. You don't want just academically brilliant students. What we want is achievers. For your information, solar energy was invented during Ramayana.
No.
How many of you know the sloka called Aditya Hridaya? Tato idha parishrantam samare chintayasitam ravanam jagrato drishtva yuddhaya saupasthitam Daivadesha samagamya dushtum ganavada upagamat agastyo bhagavan rishi Rama mahabaho shunu grim sinatanam ena sarvan gani nvetse samare vijayishasi Aditya Hridaya punyam sharvashatru vinashanam Yabham japanityam akshayam paramam shivam sarvamangala mangalyam sarvapa pranasham blah 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 blah. It goes together. When Rama saw Lord Rama saw Ravana, he did not know what to do. He was flabbergasted. He was actually, in the modern day language, shitting in his pants. He didn't know what to do because he didn't understand. He could not defeat Ravana. He literally gave up. All this, you let go one arrow, such a great archer like Lord Rama, incarnation of Lord Vishnu, this thing, the other head comes back. He was tired of trying all stunts. Then that is the meaning of the shloka, the essence of the shloka. He comes, Lord Sage Agastya comes and tells him, hey boss, you are the descendant of Ravi, that is Surya Bhagavan. You first learn to tell the shloka Aditya Hridayam. You tell the shloka thrice. Then you'll derive that energy from your ancestors. Ravi, that is Raghuvir. That's why he's known as Raghuvir. You will derive that energy from Lord Surya. And that energy, with that energy only, you let go, you will kill Ravana. That is actually solar energy. Basically energizing yourself. Our ancestors probably taught us in the form of slokas, Gayatri mantras, everything. So what I'm trying to say is, everything around us is energy. Whatever we touch is energy. This table, what is it? Potential energy. When I talk, you say sound energy. When something moves, you say kinetic energy. When the wind blows, you convert to wind energy. When heavy rain or water falls, you say tidal energy. Everything you're talking about, vibrations, energy, frequency. I can call up my lovely wife and say, hey Vidya, I'm in a speech, I will not be able to talk. How do you do it? This was invented hardly 30 years back. How? You say what? This is connected to one tower, there's a frequency connection, that frequency, and if it is the same frequency, the car is connected to a satellite, and you do all that, blah, 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 your wife is able to hear that. So, everything is on frequency, vibrations, and energy. So, dear friends, the first thing you guys have to do as heads, or professors, or teachers, or captains, or leaders, whatever it is, create that frequency, vibration, energy amongst you and your team. Unless you create that positive energy around yourselves, around you, around your college campuses, around your classrooms, around your teams, around in the dressing room, then you will see tremendous results. That is how everything is created. That's why. How did we win the 83 World Cup? Why did we win the 83 World Cup? Because we had a very energetic captain called Kapil Dev, who just radiated energy, who was a man's belief in self-belief completely. This story I'm sure all of you would have heard so many times. I said this on television, said that it's going on viral on YouTube, and it's going to come in the movie also. We never thought we were going to win the World Cup. We thought, I was married March 30th, 1983. Sunil Gavaskar calls me sometimes in May and says, Cheeka, you got selected for the World Cup. You want to come to US? I said, why not, boss? Cheeka, I heard you got married. I said, yes, Sonny, I got married. Then good. You want to bring your wife to US? I said, fantastic. Then he said, book your ticket like this for your wife, Vidya. I've already done it for all our players. Srikanth, Gavaskar, Ravi Shastri, Sandeep Patil, Kirmani, everybody. Bombay to New York, stopover in London to play the World Cup. That was our original plan. Because you have to understand, in the 75 World Cup, we got thrashed in all the three matches. 79 World Cup, we even lost to a team called Sri Lanka, which was not a qualifying test play nation. And in the first two World Cups, we beat only one team called East Africa. Have you ever heard of a country called East Africa? Have you know a country called East Africa? I don't think there's any called East Africa. But they played the World Cup called East Africa.
Yes.
The bunch of all the Indians and the Gujus put together, Patel boys and all the boys put together one team. They called it, that's the only team that we beat in 2 World Cups. So we thought, what the hell? We are playing West Indies first match at World Cup at Manchester, and we were all saying, okay, fine, good holiday. We'll see, we'll play the World Cup, lose the World Cup, we will probably not qualify for the semi-finals, watch the finals in Lords, and then go to US for a holiday, happy. So I thought, I'm going to have a lovely wife, happy wife. One honeymoon in Sri Lanka before the problem started. After 83 World Cup, I took her. Then second honeymoon in London, third honeymoon in US. What more can a newly married wife ask for? You tell me that. So this was the plan. But our captain had a different thing in the team meeting. He said, have tremendous self-belief. He said, when we can beat West Indies once in the Burmese, in one of the one days that we played in 83, he said we can beat them once more. I thought we saw, as usual, when Chaudhary sir, you are the head, you say something, all your people down the line, all the professors will say, hey, Chaudhary sir, pagal ho gaya hai. ऐसे बोलता है नहीं शेष पीछे से क्या बोलता है ऐसे बोलता है ना so usual and Neela must be saying like so a typical Indian, you know, when the leader says something or the captain says something, people down the line say it can't be done. First reaction, it's impossible. That too as Indians, very much impossible. And South Indians, very, very impossible. South Indians, no chance about it. So this is Punjabis, but the Punjabis, I'm sure a few Punjabis, I saw Sardaji from Punjab. There he is. The Punjabis, you ask them, they have gone through difficulties. They know what it is to fight. They don't give up. Oh, tusi kiya, let them keep it. Okay, kisi ki karte. So the couple they've had the tusi kiya, ki, that fighting attitude. Because they're used to that. They are used to defending the country for thousands of years. You understand? Historically. Everything has got to do with our personality. In fact, today I was watching a WhatsApp coming in the flight. Superb WhatsApp on what Bharat Varsha is. How actually, on one side, I should not be saying, the colonization actually, finished us off. On one side, we all feel the thing. So, trying to bring back the old thing. So, why I'm coming back to Kapil Dev, that past self-belief, I'll never give up. I'll never give up. We can't win. We fight. That attitude, that positive attitude, that started vibrating on us. Suddenly we realized maybe what our captain says can happen. Maybe what he says is true, it can happen. Believe it or not, next match, the same match, opening match against West Indies, we beat them at World Trafford in Manchester. Then won 17 for 5, 18 for 6. Captain again plays outstanding now. He just thrashes the bowling. How can he do it? How can one man do it when everybody else cannot? How is it then possible? What is the speciality in him? That is the energy he's got within himself. That positive energy, that attitude positive. Winning is the attitude. And that is how we beat them in the Zimbabwe match. And then at 183 all at finals, he also said never give up easily. Let's give it not fight. He said, let's try it. And then as you know, rest is history. So the point I'm trying to make, dear friends, is first as leaders, you will have to have tremendous faith, belief, and a question of sense of winning attitude in you, which you will have to bring to everybody, down the team, down to your students. See, problem is, in our country, don't mistake me, our entire system of education itself actually, I believe, is totally lopsided. We are more into this marks, we are more into this thing, whereas we lose the thing. That's why, in fact, there was a very funny thing in Google. More than 1,000 or 10,000 employees are not even gone to college or something like that. I had a very funny, I should share all these messages. Did you know? It came on, it comes now. I mean, Steve Jobs, he never went to college. He's probably, I don't think even an IDN can do it. Could he do it? Steve Jobs did it. How did he do it? Tremendous self-belief. He wanted to be something different. He wanted to achieve something. He wanted to be an achiever. He was not a technocrat. He was just an artist, am I right? But then he knew how to put the technical guys together and make it. And if you see the movie Steve Jobs, I think you all seen the movie Steve Jobs? It's on Netflix, have you all seen it? Wonderful movie. How he starts in a garage and makes it. So these are all living examples of a guy who's just gone, Steve Jobs, achievers. What you have to be producing, dear leaders, here is not marks. achiever. Can you create an achiever? Yes, I'm sure you have created a lot of achievers. I'm sure I know a lot of people from IIT. I think Sundar Pichai is from IIT. If I'm right, am I right?
Yeah. IT correct.
IIT, correct. Am I right? I know Madras, because I know I met him also, and I know he's from Varamani. He studied within IIT, inside IIT school. The school Varamani, there's a school called Varamani inside the IIT campus. Yes, I'm not saying you also have a few, but then the entrepreneurial, the entrepreneurial attitude is what is important today. But at the end of the day, you have to understand one thing. What happens to most of the IT students? They leave India and push up to outside India, right? Not so once upon, even now, sir. Most of them. Most of them. 50-50, okay? There are 5% because no more visas given to you, nothing else. Sir, I'm going beyond that. What I'm saying is, I'm sure there are brilliant entrepreneurs. I know so many IITians who are the highest cadre. I know. When you say IIT Kharagpur, I know this. The present, chairman of Kendriya of the Sangam is an IIT from Kharagpur. Very strangely, a lot of the IIT people who study North, they go into civil service, they do IAS. What I'm trying to say is, but we need to create more entrepreneurs. Big entrepreneurs. Why I believe that you have to create big entrepreneurs is because our country needs entrepreneurs. The bigger entrepreneurs, the more entrepreneurs you get, the more jobs you create. I mean, Neela's husband, Natarajan, was just telling me, he is an entrepreneur. He's a chartered accountant, starting a technology company, having about 450 people working under him. That's what you need. You need more entrepreneurs in this country. And how do you create entrepreneurs? It's brilliant brains of the IITians, extraordinary brains you all have, correct? Combined with energetic guys, risk-taking ability, and the ability to be achievers. And I think if you combine all this into one, and if you can just channelize your students towards this kind of thinking, I think you can do wonders. That's what I'm trying to do. Because as a chairman of selection committee, or as a captain, when you identify talent, its identification of talent is very important, and nurturing talent is very important. That's the point. Again, indirectly, I'm coming back to the same. Nurturing, you obviously, with your own experience of being heads of the various institutions or professors or departments, whatever you call it, you all know how to nurture talent, right? Or you know how to spot talent. The point is, unfortunately, what happens is, in our system again, the moment a principal comes, they all think the principal is waiting to shoot you. Chaudhary aa gaya, wo Antar gaya. Antar Chaudhary, the point is, everybody thinks the principal, the director, whatever you call your designation, the boss, whatever it is, waiting to shoot you down. I think that feeling has to be removed. While you bring in discipline within the students, while you bring in discipline in your own way, while you have them in control in your own way, but make them a part of your family, make them feel comfortable. Again, it's the energy you create around you, making them feel comfortable. As a chairman of selection committee, I still remember Kalyapan was asking me this question. Sir, how did you say? So first thing, the board, the BCCI gave me specific direction saying, don't go near the players, don't go close to the players, you should not talk too much to the media. I did the reverse completely. I said, no, I will get close to the players. I gave my mobile numbers to all the players and said, you guys contact me anytime you want. I want the player to know why he's selected or why he's not selected. He asked that, so why am I not selected? Everybody was. Then you will have infused confidence in the players. You have infused confidence as a captain. When Sachin Tendulkar made his debut, I told him, Sachin, don't worry, you're playing all 4 test matches. For sure. So the confidence he knew, at least he's playing the full series. The moment a 16-year-old boy knows he's playing for the full series, then he starts playing his natural game. He might fail initially, then he knows how to overcome failure, get over. Then, you know what? You create the god of cricket. Sachin Tendulkar. Kind of Virat Kohli type. You have to just keep them say, don't say, as a chairman of selection committee or as a leader of an organization or as a leader of your own IITs. What you will have to do is just this. Just make sure that you give them, they feel comfortable with you. They're happy with you. The moment you create that combination of maximum happiness with you and comfort feeling with you, you will see a totally different player in there. Otherwise, chairman, they think, dzoom, gone. Dzoom, gone. I mentioned a guy, they all think I'm having a gun in my hand. Where did you shoot you down? You give him the confidence. You tell him, don't worry, boss, I'm there with you. You tell me how many chances you want. You want 2, you want 4 test matches, fight them. Ask him straight on his face. Then you say, Appa, he's not, he knows his play. The entire thing for us is what? Don't forget, we are all born Indians. We are all a subdued nation, submerged nation, subdivided nation. And coming from various kinds of, what should I say, caste, language, states, correct? And we are diversified in every way. And to bring them all together, the only one unifying factor is actually in a country is cricket incidentally. Right? And the best way is what? Cricket, you can just tell them, hey, don't worry, boss, you're there. Don't worry. Next 4 test match, see for it. Then you give them the confidence, you give the players the confidence, you give them everything, you see what they can do for you. They will do wonders for you. You see a Virat Kohli. I'll never forget a few occasions. That boy came back from nowhere. He was dropped, he fought back, scored runs in domestic cricket, then a Champions Trophy, and then he established himself at the Tour of Australia. Then he went to Tour of Australia. When the media criticized me, they criticized the selectors, you will have to be open to criticism. When you're trying different things, trial and error, multiple things can happen. You will win, you will lose, everything. People will criticize you. You take criticism in the right manner. Be immune to criticism is the most important thing. Be absolutely immune to criticism. They'll say whatever, but do what your heart says. Take your decisions thinking through your heart. Unfortunately, we are all taught to think through your mind. Mind is a monkey. My mind can never give you a correct answer. Mind can only say options. Mind can only say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Heart can say only one answer. Heart can only give you one answer. You consciously think through your heart. Take your decisions thinking through your heart. That decision will be perfect. It will be absolutely rational, but it will be pakka. It will be successful. You think about it in your own lives. How many times have you taken decisions thinking too much using your brains? Using your brains is up to one point. Using all this analytics is up to one point. Using all this technical support is up to one point. Beyond that, that's something beyond technology, beyond numbers, beyond analytics, beyond everything. That's just consciousness. That has direct link with the one man called God. Direct link. That supreme energy called God. And if you connect the consciousness to God and take the decision, you'll all be surprised. That supreme energy. As I said, energy, that's why I started. Energy can neither be destroyed nor created. We convert, transfer. So that ultimately there has to be only one energy force that started everything, whether the universe, whether the gravity, whether anything, electricity, whatever it is. People only found means of dissipating the energy and utilizing that one energy. That one energy only is what we call God, we call Allah, we call Krishna, we call Guru Ayyappa, we call Shiva, we call Amba, whatever you want. Shakti, anything. That's why her name is Shakti, energy. That energy. So you try taking the decisions. You try doing it. You might say Srikanth is blabbering. You might say he is illogical. You might say he is non-technical. Say whatever you want. 20 years later, you'll come and say, Srikanth, what you told me 20 years back is right. Well, you only introduced me like that, no? I played T20 cricket when T20 was not there. I didn't say, you said it. Did I give you my introduction? No. My introduction never said that. In fact, my Neela, whatever I sent you, my profile did not say that. You said that. What I'm trying to say is,
I was the one who wrote that.
who you wrote it. See, that's what. That Kalia Prince, your fault, not my fault. So after 10 years, 15 years, you say, that is, she can't give a talk. He told what he told is right, man. That only correct. We should think like that only. Do something totally path-breaking. Textbook theory is up to one point. Your technology thing is up to one point. All these things, yes, these are all the basis, if I may call you. Like it's in cricket, you need to have the basic knowledge of cricket, then only you will improvise on cricket, correct? See, if she can't play orthodox or unorthodox cricket, fine. But obviously, I must have some basic, otherwise you can't play for India, right? Otherwise, I can't play for India, right? So, otherwise, you can't captain India. Forget playing for India, captaining India. So that means you need to have the basic talent. That basic talent is already available in IIT. It's already available with you people. Or if not IIT, I met somebody from Bharathidasan University, another university. Whatever it is, the basic talent is with you. How are you going to nurture this talent and make them achievers is in your hands, not just success. Success is just one part. Achieving is something. I can assure you, I'm the oldest in this gang, so I can probably take the credit of being the oldest. I can assure you. I tell you what, there are sometimes in life which money cannot buy, anything cannot buy. It can be only experienced. Certain things in life cannot be expressed. It can be only experienced. That only can be experienced within you, not from outsiders. I cannot say this, that. It can be experienced only within me. That is what life is. Experience. I'll be very honest. Very strangely, all these things happened in the last 2 weeks. Suddenly my talk got positive energy. And if you find my talk boring, then you can do WhatsApp also. Sorry, you can take a picture. So, I'm just saying, experience, then you will understand. When tomorrow, Chaudhary or a Sage or Kaliappan or say Neela or anybody here produces and you find one of your guys shining like a outstanding star, that guy might not even remember you. That lady or the guy, that student might not even remember you. But that satisfaction that you guys will get out of it is something beyond imagination. I have experienced. When you introduce saying that I was Sachin Tendulkar's first captain, I feel proud. I feel so. I mean, it's a thrilling feeling. When you say Virat Kohli made his debut under my chairmanship, it's a thrilling feeling. I'm talking test debut, not one day test. It's just a thrilling feeling. What is it? Camera for what? Not recording, no? It's not recorded, right? Because in-house, right? When you
It's recorded.
No, but we will not use it.
How do you use, I guess? Because these are all certain things. I don't even talk on television because we're not talking about individuals. You understand what I mean? I know what to talk on television, what to do on my own business is this, Baba. This talking is 5 lakhs for me, free for Neela. That's all. Last Thursday, 5 lakhs from Tata Communications, technology, twice. Deloitte, world's number 1. 25 lakhs last 5 months. But then, I don't know who this lady is. Natarajan, I don't know how Natarajan got her also. I swear. Anyway, it's great. It was lovely to be with all of you. Now I think I'll answer questions. But the most important thing, all of you, is what I was trying to say is people like Kapil Devs, all the people like Virat Kohli, all great leaders, because they were able to form a team. So unless you work as a team, whatever we say, whatever we execute, cannot be done individually. None of you can achieve it individually. Take it. If you guys think that I am one man, I'll change the whole thing of this thing, you are only a tool. You need the team. It's just not the captain. The captain leads from the front. Captain leads by example. The captain only shows you the way. But we all have to put all our might behind it. It could be a small contribution. That Balwinder Singh Sandhu's just 1 wicket, the entire World Cup maybe. But that 1 wicket was a crucial wicket.
Exactly, important advantage.
Correct? So like that, you don't know when that small portion will help. But in team building, because don't forget, dear friends, if the team does not win, you do not win, however great you are. If the team wins, you win. If the team wins, the leader says, thanks to team. If the team loses, the leader says, sorry, it's me. You have to take the blame. Are you willing to take up ownership? Are you willing to take up responsibilities? Are you willing to take up anything? That's why I said, I remember, after a long time, I don't want to name the senior cricketers, big cricketers, when we lost badly after the World Cup, when the World Cup everything won, they gave only credit to the team. I said team, Dhoni, team. When they lost immediately in 2007, 4 months later in England, badly, they batted the chairman first. I kept on giving him interviews, no problem. He came under all kinds of questions. This Rahul Kanwar now is doing in India today. What odd questions. Similarly, again, we got batted another 6 months later in Australia. 4-0. Oh, 8 months before that, great chairman, Cheeka. 8 months down the line, lousy chairman, blah, media, some everything. And shooting me with all kinds of questions. I told him, yes, boss, what do you want me to do? I said, you're running a television channel, correct? He said, yes. If your satellite links fail, what happened? Your channel goes blubbing. I said, same thing has happened in Indian team. I said, same thing has happened in Indian team. Satellite link is gone. What do you want me to do? You want to shoot me? Shoot me. Forget the players, yeah? Poor guys. So I kept defending the players. I'll never forget, a few players came and said, thanks, sir. You are taking the blame on our behalf. I said, that is the role of a chairman. That is a role I have to take as a chairman. Win, you take credit. Lose, I take the blame. If you guys can take it and form a team, you will form a formidable team. But one is a formidable team. But most important is achievers. You will produce achievers. What we want in this world is achievers. Surya, you need to be an achiever. Whether you do IIT, engineering, MBA, GBA, I don't care a damn. Can you be an achiever? That's what we want. Achievers from all corners of India. Achievers across the globe. Achievers everywhere. And if you can do that, and if every IIT of yours can do wonders like that, already you're producing achievers. I'm not saying you're not producing achievers. I'm saying now go beyond. The world is going beyond. What can you do going beyond? You can do all this beyond only when you have tremendous sense of self-belief, tremendous sense of self-confidence, tremendous amount of innovation, tremendous amount of motivation, tremendous amount of teamwork. Then you can go beyond. So your theory should be going beyond. Leap, I saw, what is it? Leap? Yes. Leap 2020. Go beyond this leap. Leaping for going beyond. Like Hanuman. That's all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think the rest you can ask the question answers. Whatever questions you want, I can integrate the question answer. Yes?
How to overcome the failures?
Good question. How do you overcome failures? What's your good name?
Dr. Tiger.
Tiger. Tiger, Jagannath Tiger. I thought Tiger renamed him. Where do you come from? Bhopal. Yeah. See, how do you overcome fears? And failures are fears. First is that we all got
Failures.
Huh?
Failures.
That's a failure. First you overcome fear. Because you're scared, you're failing. You're worried about failure. You're worried, first you're fearing about failure. That's why you're failing. Don't worry about failure. Boss, can anybody be perfect to tell me? I don't know how I'm going to speak today. I don't know what topic. He just gave me a few things. Whatever came into my heart, I told you. I don't know what point I spoke. You asked me what, rewind and ask me what I spoke. I don't know. So fearlessness is the key to success. Boss, if you want to be something in life, you need to be fearless. You want to, how do you overcome failures? Maximum, what can they do, boss, when you fail? Tell me what can happen. Okay, what are you today?
I am a professor now. It's my kind of humiliation.
No. Now, maximum that can happen is humiliation,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
What will happen to you in humiliation? Tell me what can happen to you in humiliation. Okay. Perfect, good point. We'll go step by step. So you will have to do filtering one by one. If I fail, people will humiliate.
Yeah.
Number one. Then they will criticize you.
Yeah.
They'll say, क्या रे नाम देकर टाइगर रहेंगे ऐसे बोलेगा, correct? क्या रे नाम देकर जगन्नाथ खुशी ऐसे बोलेगा ऐसा कुछ बोलेगा जगन्नाथ क्या रे जगन्नाथ कुछ नहीं है टाइगर नाम सब देगा देकर के निकालो ऐसे करेक्ट ना मैक्सिमम है ना ठीक है इसमें क्या फर्क है क्या हो जाएगा
But we are
क्या हो जाएगा सोसाइटी का छोड़ है सोसाइटी क्या आपको पैसा देगा क्या सोसाइटी आपको पैसे देगा क्या सोसाइटी आपका बेटा को देगा क्या पैसा देगा क्या महीने बोलो
नहीं.
और क्या फर्क है सोसाइटी को डस्टबिन में चढ़ दो इसमें क्या है never ever that's why I said first is immune to criticism.
Okay.
I've gone through this. I've gone through the worst criticism in life. More than praises, I think I've got criticism in my life. So many people have criticized. Everybody. For anything. And especially when you're in public life. One fellow will say brilliant, one fellow will say horrible, one fellow will say this, one fellow will say that. You know what they call me when I was betting? यारे कौन रहे बैट्समैन आड़ा तेड़ा खेलता है टेक्निक बिकनी कुछ नहीं है because I was playing Dhamal Beat वो today आज को पूरा दुनिया टेक्निक बिकनी कुछ नहीं है आड़ा तेड़ा खेलता नहीं क्या पूरा दुनिया ऐसे खेल रही है ना whole world is playing like this when I was hitting over the top they said इसका टेक्निक कौन कटा दिया मूले कटा दिया उन्होंने काटा हमारी सूत्र Tamil word is exact Tamil word how many of you know Tamil here because the punch is in Tamil you are यार काटा हमारी सूत्र வந்து काटा हमारी सूत्रा के हिंदी में எப்படி मास होगा
English or
Even the first ball.
नहीं काटा हमारी सूत्रा हिंदी में कैसे बोलेगा किसी
लठ जैसे मारता है
हाँ
लठ जैसे मारता है
लठ जैसे मारता है कौन है ये ऐसा हिंदी है कैसा वो दूसरा ने सुन के उसका परफेक्शन का नाम एक ही है for perfection the man that side is Sunil Gavaskar for imperfect this side is Kaisrika opposite poles attract each other nothing against science so don't worry maximum they can criticize you maximum they'll throw you out of professorship maximum they can throw you out of your job but they cannot do anything else to you no then you become an entrepreneur no that's why I'm saying correct perfect no? Then you don't depend on anybody no your पैसा तुम्हारा काम तुम्हारा कुछ भी करो ना लड्डू भी बेच दो उसमें क्या फर्क है अरे चल फेलियर है
Thank you, sir.
have I sorted out the problem don't still don't take
I am Mayank Trivedi
Ah.
from MS University, Baroda.
केम छो
As you have taken always risk in your betting.
yeah I take risk even now in my life don't worry
So as a leader, how much risk one need to take?
you need to take a lot of risks you need to take a calculated risk see again that's the decision making you do I don't know how many of you know today you talk about this pinch hitter ginch hitter and all you know who invented this pinch hitter concept
No, I have here.
who
You only, Chetan Sharma.
he's got it I said we were chasing again the Nehru Cup I was a captain at Kanpur we were playing against England good strong England team and they were about 260 or something which was big very big total in those days you know about 200 big score and openers were myself Rama got out myself Sidhu batting Pajini I got out further but when I was playing it so I said if one of us get out I just signaled saying Chetan Sharma you got to come out next I said I wanted somebody to get me a quick fat 20 runs quick fat 30 runs because I knew otherwise it was Mahindra Manath Vengsarkar that run rate will go from 4.5 to 5.5, 5.5 to 7.5. So then I knew we have gone. I wanted somebody to bring down the run rate. So I sent Chetan Sharma. I told Chetan while crossing, I got it for 32. I told Chetan, Chetu, I want to, because I've seen him bat in the nets. This is where you have to identify your own talent. This is where you have to identify raw talent, I would say. Unorthodox identification. I've seen him bat in the nets. Thang, thang, thak, thak, thak. I told Chetu, I want to get out. It's a 0 first ball, I don't care. I want 20 of 20 balls minimum. That's all. Try getting 20 of 20 balls, otherwise first ball 0 also, there go going problem. So I could take the risk. I'm only losing a bowler's wicket.
Correct.
I cannot go, can I say this to Bhavindra Ramanath, my senior? He'll say bugger off. Can I say this to Venkasarkar? He'll say get out. So you gotta understand, I'm also captaining seniors. Kapil Dev, Bhavindra Ramanath, Venkasarkar, Ravi Shastri, all senior to me. So there you not take a calculated risk. I said, जाके कर दो. मालूम है क्या हो गया उस मैच में? बोल क्या हो गया? Result क्या मालूम है? Do you want to know the result? Kaliappan, read the result.
Yeah, India won. And Chetan Sharma scored 137.
Chetan Sharma's century in order India with 1 with 7 overs to spare. Fantastic. Thank you, Kaliappan.
Pinch it up.
This was in 1989.
89.
Everybody inside criticized me. My board, I thought, my coach, he was my selector. He was my under-19 selector, under-22 selector. He is my manager. What is wrong with you? You're mad, you're pagal, legal. And don't forget, just now I was saying, no, when you take such decisions, people down the line think, Arey, nama Captain Mata Marty Nata ni Kishore. Yes, our captain is pagaya kya. Can I use words, friendly words say or posh words say? Bolo. Our captain देखो रे आज पकड़ लिया रे इसके देखो क्या पागल देश लिया ये खत्म ही है आज कैप्टन सब लोग ऐसे ही सोच अपने देश की पर मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं टाइगर आंसर योर क्वेश्चन maximum word everybody is a fool Srikant made a foolish move India lost
Yes.
that's what happened but poor fellow Chetan Sharma didn't get headlines I got the headlines Srikant's move Chetan Sharma what a brains he said poor fellow that fellow's got century not and won the match for us his name didn't come in the headlines I got the headlines that is life.
Actually, we are talking about the leader who is at the top.
I'm
See
not at the top.
At each level there is leadership.
There's nobody in the top. Who's there in the top?
Captain, yes.
That's all. Who's you're what? You're not captain. You're also a captain, no? Captain of which team?
Shirpur College.
Then you're a captain. Then what else? Kya Patel bolo?
At each level there is leadership. Each individual should consider himself as a leader or he should follow something.
Actually, good point, Patil. I think that is where you empower your young guys in your team to openly come and say, participate in team meetings. One of the reasons I was able to captain India and one of the reasons I got captaincy was my ability to tell them on the face. I had the ability, Madam, you waste, madam. I had the ability to tell them on the face. Good, bad, ugly, tell them on the face. I'll say this is wrong move, this is what you should do. If you do this, I'm not saying my move is the right, mine might not be the right judgment. But I tell my judgment on the face, from my heart. I don't think or not. It just comes to me like that, I just say, whatever it is. And that participation has to come from the team. And that is how you as a leader will have to empower your team. Giving him that importance. ठीक है यार, वो भी, he'll be a छोटा आदमी. You will think है छोटा आदमी इसको क्या बोलेगा? चल छोटा ऐसा चलेगा, ऐसा करेगा ना बोलो. हमारे देश में ऐसे हो सकते नहीं. सच्ची बोल, होता नहीं, हो सकता है. It only happens that way. We don't empower. Even today, you empower your own servants. You empower your own servants to do something. Today I have 5 kattapas in my house. They come with when they were 12 years old. First they come to wash dish, clean. Now they are handing my petrol pump, my kattapas. I don't go to the petrol pump. My wife handles the petrol pump along with the kattapas. They know how to handle it. Because you are empowering them, you are trusting them with your money, you are trusting them saying, hey, you tell me what I say no, Tara, ni paadu kuda, Rajan, ni paadu kuda, Rajan, abdine. Maike vana ya naya sotta maike dechurukanga. So you empower your fellows. You empower your fellows down the line. He might be, don't consider anybody lowly. You empower them. You just take a party.
What were instrumental to unleash your potential in you?
I didn't know whether I had potential. Ram Ganesh, Ekamaram. See, Ram Ganesh, Ekamaram. I never wanted to be a cricketer.
You are an achiever, no? So that's why.
That, I tell you what, first is I come from a Tamil Orthodox family. Your focus is on studies. And studies means only 4 courses at that time. Engineering, doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant. Okay? Only 4 professional courses available. And IIT is obviously top of the list. I knew I could not get into IIT, so I didn't prepare also for that also. So I knew before beyond a point I could try something which is not within my capacity, So engineering I know. I was good in maths always. Maybe maths was in my blood. Maybe it's I studied very well, but in the school final, they always ask you to write an article, right? What do you want to be when you become big? When you grow up? What? I said, yes, engineer. I became an engineer. And sometimes in your life, before I went play cricket for Tamil Nadu, I always wanted to be the achiever. Srikanth and Albert Nikno. Tampur market. I don't know why. That you can call it ego, whatever you call it. I said, Srikanth means one thump in the market. 4 people should know who this goddamn Srikanth is. Probably God gave his root of cricket for me. I always believe that please follow your deep-rooted desire. And if you put in efforts consciously towards a deep-rooted desire, you will achieve whatever you want. Everything starts from a deep-rooted desire. It's deep inside you. Something picking you. Something. First, it was engineering. Yes, it became engineering. Suddenly at one stage, I said, I want to play for Tamil Nadu. I played for Tamil Nadu. Suddenly at one stage, no, I can play for South Zone. South Zone happened. At one stage, it says India. Played for India.
What was your preference, sir?
Line up was that you have to understand your desires change from time to time. At the age of 20, you want that particular girl, you'll get that girl. Don't worry. Sorry, Neela. She's closing her eyes. Natarajan, நீங்க லைன் போட்டுறீங்களா லைவ்ல? உண்மையா சொல்லுங்க. Okay, how many of you line borrowed in your life? Tell me that first. Sajipal, you look very handsome. You borrowed line, no? Sajipal, hard support in your college or whatever, you would have said, hey, this ladki mein pakadega. Did you not pakada? No, not yes. Yes or no?
No.
You tell me again. You guys would have tried, you would have got it, right? You knew you will get that girl and that girl will get that guy. It starts in that level. You asked me a question, right? In that adolescence age, it talks about that. In the adolescence age, it talks about achieving. That is your desire. The desire is not small. That level of desire is that. That level of desire marks. That level of desire is first class. That level of desire is marks, first class, girls, boys, that thing. So you work consciously towards it, it happens. Yes or no? Tell me honestly, at least.
Yes,
I won't ask individually. Yes or no?
Yes.
For all of you, it has not happened or not? Tell me. Yes or no? Tell me, Natarajan, Neela, everybody. Yes. So, and the desire will keep changing. 20, one desire. 21, one desire. Marriage will happen, one desire. Then children, desire. And it will keep changing. And at the age of 60, I still have desire. If I say I'm desireless, no, I'm a Swamiji. I'm not a Swamiji. But I'm a human being. So, you work consciously through towards your inner more deep-rooted desire. Work towards this consciously, you will achieve. I want to be a captain of India. I did become the captain of India. I want to win the World Cup 2011 as chairman. I did win. And I gave open interviews. I will win it. Because my innermost consciousness was that, because I won it as a captain, a player, I wanted to win as a chairman. I got it.
Sir,
But would you brand Dhoni also as an unorthodox captain?
Definitely, yes. He's got brilliant brains.
Because he was your choice as captain for the World Cup team.
Yeah, definitely yes. Because Dhoni had the capability. If you see Dhoni, that's another art of leadership on managing stress or not. If you see suddenly he'll stay behind the stumps. Right, the opposition will be bashing the bowlers, correct?
Yes.
What will the commentators will be talking? Since you asked what are the commentators talking that time?
Dhoni is clueless.
Clueless then? Why is not Dhoni going talking to the bowler? He's not going talking to the bowler. Why is he standing behind the stumps doing nothing? Oobly, yes or no?
Yes.
These are real life examples.
Yeah.
Suddenly he ball to Vinayakam, Narayanan, Krishna Narayanan. Krishna Narayanan will get a wicket for him. That is what they say. When you're in a stressed mode, the first rule of releasing is don't think during stress times. Just leave your mind alone, calm. Sometimes what are we doing is stress? I said, man, I'll pull in my full effort. I'm doing everything. Nothing will work. When things are going against you, accept the fact, boss, everything is against me, just watch quietly. Then do some move. That move will click. Why it clicks, what it clicks, I don't know. It clicks, that's all. Okay. Try it.
It is always click for him.
These are all you have to try. Yes or no, sir?
Yes. It is always click for him.
You experience it. Fantastic. What's your good name, sir? Prasanna Mukundan. Majumdar. See, Mr. Majumdar's experience. Yes, sir.
As you said, cricket is synonymous to unification of our country. Earlier, there were like big names, Dara Singh for Kushti and Major Dhyan Chand, hockey, Milkha Singh. What made cricket so, dominating in sports arena of India?
What do you think, man?
1983 World Cup.
Before that. He's talking before that. Before that. Why?
I don't know.
It's only because people like you, that's all. It is a public. What we cricketers are is a cricket loving public. Indians in life generally like cricket. Maybe, I don't know why. Maybe probably the Englishman played cricket. Maybe the English preferred cricket more than any other game. Or whatever it is, because we were colonized by English maybe that time. Cricket is popular in India only because of the public of India, nothing else. You understood? It's the public, cricket loving public of India was made it so popular. It's got nothing to do with anything. It's a natural process. What the public likes. Can I ask you why you like cricket? Do you watch cricket or not? You don't watch cricket. Sorry, wrong number. Backlash.
But I think that
You are probably out of the 130 billion people. One or few billion, probably you're not. But then I don't blame you. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's not that everybody has to like the game.
But I love hearing to your commentary.
What Tamil?
I have seen you playing many number of times, but today I see you speaking like an orator more than a professor.
5 lakhs. You please tell that lady sitting there. All of you come to my Srikant fund then. How many of you are there? 50,000, 30 people. Into nothing, only 10,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees also I'll get my message.
They had been here since 9 in the morning and listening, and we were almost tired. But when you came, we are fully energized.
That's what Ahmad Saab bola na, energy, life में energy चाहिए. कुछ भी करो energy चाहिए. मैं बोल रहा हूँ कुछ भी करो उसको भी energy चाहिए आपको.
Energy is priceless. Priceless.
Sir.
Sir. Ramil Babu Joshi, tell me.
So you get a very short time just before starting the match. You come together and you get like hardly 1 minute, and the captain talks in that short time, and then you disperse on the field.
But you see the movies nowadays, not us. You see nowadays, the huddle.
Yeah, huddle.
मेरे को मालूम है क्या करते हैं.
That
That is nothing but come on boys, let's do it.
Yeah, what is that? You talk, captain talks.
I don't talk. The people don't talk. I also watch rugby and comment on that. That's nothing else. So the idea is, the captain says, come on guys, we'll have to do it. I mean, it's just to give that spirit, impetus. But if you see, it all changes. Again, times change. See, we cannot, your times, things are different. My times things were different. His times things will be different. The approach towards everything will be different. I think it's just that showing the together and say, come on guys, we'll have to do this, we'll have to do that. I mean, trying to again bring in that energy, that combined team energy is what the hurdle is all about. Yes, Babu Garu?
Sir, in your day-to-day life, sir, I'm not talking about the time when you were in the cricket. I mean, active.
Day-to-day life now or before?
Now. How do you de-stress yourself, sir?
I do de-stressing.
Yes.
How do you know I'm not stressed? All of us are stressed. Stress. Yeah, how do you de-stress yourself?
Yeah, I just.
I do de-stressing. If you ask me honestly, one of my de-stressing mode is a very horrible habit called smoking. I smoke. I don't drink. I don't drink even one bit of liquor. I have a granddaughter. I like to play with her. I think one of the best de-stress mode is spend time with nature. I love nature. I love trees. I love gardens. I like
music,
flowers.
Sir?
Music. I like watching movies. I like whatever it is. But I think I am a nature lover. I think the more you're in tune with nature, the more you are innovative. Not innovative things start accumulating within you, and tension releases. See, now I'm beyond a point. You should tell one thing. Same thing. Tamil pona pacha pacha. Nada maira ida podu sollidan pona. What the heck can happen here? When an Englishman says this, he says, what the fuck can happen, man? That's all maximum, correct? That's it. What the enna ma podu namukku thalamozhi poda thermozhi solunga. Oh, anna ida podu. Saava podu setta saavarom. It die. What can happen? You go back to the same answer of Ramesh Babu is the same thing like Tiger. What can happen to you beyond a point? Man, you lose your money. Okay, you lose your house, lose everything. What? Are you still you have intelligence enough to earn a few rupees, no?
Yeah.
Correct. That's all. ஒரு அளவுக்கு மேல பாருங்க சார் இல்லைன்னா அது பண்ணா அவ்வளவுதான்.
Once you are achiever, then it is easy to say. But how much you believe on the fate?
Sir,
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah.
I am not talking all this when I was achiever.
Yeah.
I have gone through the worst criticism in my life. Before I established myself as an Indian cricketer, I had to go through a lot of torrid times. You are all seeing only the happy times. You are all hearing only the happy times. But have you heard my horrible times? No. None of you know. Everybody has. Natarajan has his own horrible time. Pankaj Srivatsava has his own horrible time. Neela has her own horrible time. Or Govindan has his own horrible time. But we don't exhibit it, correct?
Yeah.
Exactly. That is within you. Yeah. And how you handle it is within you.
Yes. Sir.
Sorry, he was asking. I'll come back to you. He was.
So we go back to 1983
No.
and the 183 runs. What was the discussion in dressing? Are you ready to go to US or you want to stay?
Yes. Now we thought, okay, next flight to US only. You're right. Absolutely right. See, frankly speaking, 183 all out, we all thought, okay, fine, man. Gone. Nothing impossible. Okay, but Kapil Dev only said, let's not give up easily. Let's not, he never said we'll fight all. He only said, let's not give in easily. Look, at least let's try and make it as difficult as possible. But the moment we started few wickets, suddenly we won the match. Then unfortunately my wife's 10,000 rupees was lost. We had to come back to India because we won the World Cup. So 10,000 at that time our total fees was only 25,000. Out of it 10,000 gone for ticket. And our stay and all everything gone. Again rebook the ticket for 10,000 rupees. We did go to US later in August. We did come back and go because then we had a big party with the Prime Minister, the President. Then we were having a great time. See, again, in life, everything is sometimes you never know. You have to only look at positive attitude towards life. Anything can happen anytime. Yes, Pankaj?
So last three questions.
Yes. In your team, you are the leader, and in your team there are certain senior people. It may be.
Yeah, how do you handle them?
and the senior people doesn't go well with your plan.
What do you mean my plan? Okay.
As a
No, that's
captain,
what I
you
said.
have
No,
your
that
own
you will have
plan
some.
and
That is true. Senior people, you will how you smartly you bring the seniors around to your tune is your smartness.
Yes.
You have to go to that time and say, Chatterjee, you're a big man. Chaudhary. Hey, Chaudhary, tu si bada aadmi hai. Which part of India you come from, sir? East. Chaudhary came pista best. You give me advice. So you inflate his ego, that's all. थोड़ा इनको ऊंचा कर दो ना. So you will have to get the best out of somebody. You know he's a senior, he's achieved more than you. You know he's a bigger achiever than you, and you are still the captain. But how are you going to get the best? By going, you are to bow down to him and say, boss, we look up to you. Guide me what I want. Once you accepted the fact that you need guidance, nobody will say no to you. You accepted the fact that you are, boss, I'm telling you, you are big, I'm small, but I'm now made the captain. You help me.
Yes.
Katham.
No, but
Be honest.
But if you don't want to go by their plans, they have guided you something, but you don't accept.
Manjit Singh, that's why I said you take their ideas, but the decision is yours.
Yeah.
I only ask for your advice. Executing the advice is in your hands.
Well said.
समझ गया ना? I am only saying you give me your advice. Katham, I'm not saying your advice will be followed. Contract है क्या? कुछ नहीं ना ऐसा.
So the 1983 World Cup, when you won as
Yeah.
a dark horse, a year and a half later, the Benson Agents,
Yeah.
you won as champions.
Correct.
And you thrashed every team.
Correct.
What changed in the psychology of the team between 83 and 85? It was truly a champion performance.
Yes, I think that's true. What happened was 83 World Cup, everybody thought. You have to understand one thing, dear friends. 83 World Cup was not a victory for the Indian cricket team. 83 World Cup was not a victory for the Indian cricketers. 83 World Cup was not a victory for the BCCI. 83 World Cup was a victory for all Indians across the globe. Because you can walk in your streets, especially in London and across the globe, and say, man, we are the world champions. Yeah. That proud feeling of being an Indian, that is very important. Yes. That's one thing I like about those Sardarjis. You go try and touching his pagadi, you will get slapped. They don't give up the tradition. Whereas we South Indians, first thing we do, we don't want known as Jayaraman. Jayaraman. Where is Dukad? South Indian. Krishnamacharya Srikanmi can be only an Iyengar, nobody else. Yes. So, we don't want to give out, we are not proud to be what we are. I mean, it's a fact, at least you understood, no? And you see, you ask Surya, I don't know Tamil. यार कि तमिल தெரியாது मेरे को हिंदी जानता नहीं. We all take pride in saying that we don't know our mother tongue. You should kick their butts. The day we change the attitude of the youth to having a proud feeling of what you are. Pushpa, நீ எந்த ஊர்மா? மதுரை. ஐயோ மதுரைனா மதுரையா அப்படின்னு வாங்க நம்ம ஊர்ல கரெக்டா மச்சான் நாட்டுப்புறம் மச்சான் அப்படின்னு வாங்க நம்ம ஊர்ல கரெக்டா. The reason is that is the unfortunate thing that is being indrilled into us, not by ourselves. It is being indrilled us by centuries, by outsiders, saying that we are smart, we are low, we are low, we are low, we are low, like that. So that has to come out. That's all. That has to come out. To give you an answer to all your questions, you asked about failure, Tiger. You said you are from Bhopal, Tiger. Yes. Correct? Yes. And somebody else, Trivedi, was joining me in that. And who asked me this last question now on this?
I did.
Jayaraman. You are from which part?
I'm from Chennai.
Namur dana. To answer all this question. So, sorry, that was World Championship cricket, right?
I asked what changed in the psychology of the team.
That is because the sense of achievement are coming back.
Because you went with a different captain.
No, I'll come with I'll relate this to this. The reason is, how many of you seen this movie called Padman? Super hit movie. How many of you have seen that movie called Batman?
Yeah.
Akshay Kumar.
Yes.
All of you or not all of you? Majority. Paruma, Nambur Padal. Patrikia, have you seen it? It's about Arunachalam. The guy who invented sanitary napkins out of Coimbatore. What Arunachalam is? Entrepreneur. You speak about a villager. He wanted to create a sanitary napkin, affordable. He wanted to do it as a social cause. It's what Arunachalam is. I'm telling you, he's from Coimbatore, some village in Coimbatore. So he had a fight with his family. It's a real life story, Batman. I think all you ladies should watch it. The wives will go watch it today on Netflix. Great Banra, he didn't want to make profits out of it. He wanted the rural masses to understand the importance of hygiene. Women, not hygiene, basically women hygiene. And he gets a UN, by the way, he gets a UN award for that. And that's the real life story of Batman. And that man is Arunachalam Subramaniam or somebody from Coimbatore. And the movie is taken in Bhopal or in UP. It is a Hindi movie, Akshay Kumar. It's a real true life story. It will come, you'll know who the name of the, and the photo of the Arunachalam will be there. That is what it is. Achievement. Sense of achievement. He wanted to create that. And coming back to this 85 World Championship cricket, 83 World Cup gave that spirit. We want to prove that it was not a fluke. Then I think we also had a brilliant team. And maybe we all clicked, the openings were clicked a lot. And batting order up to number 9, number 10. And we had bowlers. And that time the team suddenly became set. I don't know how. That first match win against Pakistan maybe propelled us. The first match win in Pakistan propelled us. First match, we lost few wickets quickly to Imran Khan. But then we had Azhar, the new guy coming in. And suddenly we had, as he said, an outstanding team. We thrashed everybody. And when you have, that time we had multiple all-rounders who were proven in the 83 World Cup. Till 83 World Cup, they were not considered all-rounders. After 83 World Cup, Badan Lal, Roger Binney, supported Kapil Dev so much that we had a team of a lot of all-rounders. That helped us a lot.
Lakshman Sivaram
LS, leg spinner playing one-day cricket. So a lot of sudden things happened.
Bowling 50th over.
So leg spinner playing one-day cricket. So a lot of things happened.
And Ravi Shastri.
Ravi Shastri, yeah.
Looking at the Audi controversy.
Yeah. Last question?
I have
last question. Sir, you told that the fearlessness is the key of the success.
Yeah.
If I have seen you playing the cricket, you start hitting from the first ball.
Correct.
That is very much reflected in your character.
My life,
from where you derive this? Is it from your family or it is the self-made character? Because it very much reflects in your character. You start at that time. I think I won't remember that anyone batsman in the world who start hitting from the first ball.
So you ask me, how did this fearless nature coming to me? How do I answer that? See, I guess I am a person. As I said, I'm a unique person. I'm a foolish person, you can call it. Sometimes fearlessness comes out of foolishness also. You understand? No? They call in Tamil Asattu Deiryam. In Asattu Deiryam in Tamil is, I don't know how to, I cannot translate English or Hindi. Anybody can translate Hindi or English. Asattu Deiryam, everybody pass Guhan.
Careless. No. Not careless.
More
Reckless.
Reckless. No.
Yeah, reckless, not reckless. Asattu Deiryam
not
is
reckless.
one
Blind.
Blind courage to something without even knowing the
Naive courage.
without worrying about the consequences.
Naive courage.
No, can you imagine? I am in the digital learning business. I'm in the online learning business. Spoken English skills, career development skills, what I'm speaking. math and science and all those things on online business without knowing how to operate a computer. I don't know how to operate this computer now. That's why I said throw off the mic. If you ask me to put PPT, I don't know how to operate a PPT. But then at the age of 50, do you think anybody fool would have started a business putting all his lifetime saving and started a business? But I still believe on gut feel. There's something called gut feel. Go by guts. End of the day, you need gut feel.
One quick point. Why did you have the habit of walking towards the leg umpire, square leg umpire, every time you face the ball?
Sir, no more talking outside London, sir. We need to go off this.
No, if you don't mind me asking.
Ladies, actually, last question.
No, why did you used to walk to the leg umpire?
I had a nervous energy. I'm a very nervous person. That's why I cannot stand in one place and talk. I keep moving, doing this. I have a lot of nervous energy. Yes.
It's not a question. Our team wanted.
You want to give him money, no? You said you change your mind and Cheeka, I'm giving you 5 lakhs.
Money is there. Money is over there.
Tell me.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that our team wanted you badly as a speaker, and I just took a chance of talking to a friend of mine who gave your contact, and I think we should all thank him so much that.
Hey, you asked me where the fearlessness comes from, you should learn from her then. She got my number through her contact, who's not even a close friend of mine, by the way. She played cricket with me, and somehow she got the number and she WhatsApped. I didn't pick up the phone. Unknown numbers, I don't pick up. Then she WhatsApped me from IIT Bombay, blah, 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 blah. So, this is where you come to get the asset to the AGM, somehow I'll get Srikanth. I don't know where she got the belief. That's how it is, nothing else. Anyway, nice to be with all of you. Yeah.
It's a pleasant duty for this one.
Yeah, thank you.
Don't look at this one. We have to be fearless.